Hello. So it's kind of late, but I wanted to go and join in tonight to show you some of the things I've been making with the paper pumpkin this month. It's called with Love and Gratitude, and it is a gorgeous kit. It is was created with Shelli Gardner, who's the co-founder of Stampin'Up, and she helped design it, and so that's really fun. And I love her style. And when I think about back when I started um, stamping years ago, this is kind of the style that was in when I started, and it's very soft, and it's just really classy and rich. I just love this. Um, so that's fun. So that doesn't happen very often that she does do some designing work for the paper pumpkin. So it's really fun. Um, and this also has an add-on, which is a journal, and I'll show you that as well. So with that, I'm just gonna pop down. The thing about Paper Pumpkin, if you don't know what it is a monthly subscription, and you can do this by month to month. You can do a 1 month subscription. You can do 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And the longer you do the subscription, you can get kind of a discount. I think if it's 12 months, you get 1 month free. So that's kind of fun. You can put it on hold anytime you want if you choose to, but you get everything you need, and it's really fun. And I love doing alternates with the kits, unless there's a specific thing that I want to use it for. So tonight I'm going to show you what I've done with the kit, and I'll put down to my desktop here. It's been kind of a crazy week. If you know, my husband's in assisted living, and he's been sick, and I've been sick, and it's just been kind of a wild week. So, we just get through it, right? So, with that, I'm just going to go down to my desktop. This is the box that it comes in this month, and it's a nice decorative box. It's usually just an orange box. So I love that. You can repurpose this box and give it with a gift. So that's kind of fun. It comes with everything you need, like I said. Here are the instructions, and this is what the kit is designed to make, is these little cards, and you get 8 of them, and then you get 8 treat bags. And the thing that's nice about this is everything is by pictures. So I like that. Who can't follow pictures, right? It even tells you where to put the glue dots and your dimensionals. So super fun, super easy. They also show you, this is everything that came in the kit. And then if you want, you can look online. It'll show you how to put the kit together. And also it'll show you if there's any coordinating products that go with it, or if there's any alternates. So you can get lots of resources that are out there if you'd like. But these kits are made to be fun and fast and easy, and so you really don't have to, change anything, right? This is the treat box. So this is just what they suggest, and they're open, or bottoms kind of wide, so you can get quite a bit in here, but they're very pretty. I love the gold. And then this is what the card is designed for in the kit. This is just if you straight up did exactly what they say in the instructions. And the little envelopes have a beautiful inside. So that is what the kit is designed to make. And so those in themselves, they're very nice. They're very pretty. I really like that. but I had to, of course, change things up. So I'm going to share with you what I did and what I just want you, before I do that, I do want to show you some of the things that you do get because one, the thing that's nice about these kits is you're building your stash, as you go. So there's always leftovers, there's extra, things from the kit so that you can, keep building up your stamp sets. You can build up your, extra die cuts and things and, in the kits over the months. So that's kind of fun. But this is the stamp set this month. It says for you, thank you, grateful for you, thanks, and with love and gratitude. And this is a pumpkin, and there's the little top, and this is a sprig of some, foliage. But it's really nice stamp set. I like it. You can use it for a lot of different things. And then the supplies, you get all the adhesives you need. So this is tear and tape. And then these are the glue dots. So your adhesives come with this. These are my leftover scraps. And I tell you what, I use everything, you guys, and I keep all my scraps because I can still make some things because I have leftover pieces. So I'm not going to find this particular paper anywhere else, right? So if I start designing something later on, I still will have these little pieces. I have not used anything extra to make my designs other than I used these little brass butterflies, embellishments, and I used one sheet of cardstock, and this is, what color is this? Lost Lagoon, I think. And so that is the only thing I've added to this kit. And so this is what's left over of one of the box treat bags, because I used that for cards. And this is what's left over, some of the paper dies. And, I've got some leftover banners. And I have some leftover pumpkins and some greenery. And then I've got these foil dies. So I have made everything in the kit. So these are all extras that I will keep, and I'll be able to use them in something future, right? Also, there was a piece of tissue paper, and that was in between both foils, and I used this as well. Like I said, use it all, guys. So I just wanted to show you that because another thing, when I was designing my alternates, I also used, this is just the scrap foil. And so I used and cut out sections of this and used it in my finished pieces. So I'm always looking to see how to use stuff. And so that's pretty fun. All right, so on to showing what I've done. So this is one of my first cards. And I used the tissue paper, and I just stamped the for you on it, and I added the little butterflies. And I took and I inked with the little stamp spot. You get this color, you get a little stamp spot every month. And this one's Lost Lagoon is the color. So I took and I just put that around the edges because I just wanted, not the white space. This little piece here is part of one of the envelopes, the treat bags. That is actually one of these here. and I turned it upside down when I cut it apart, and I used it as a base for the planter. I also took a little piece of the cardstock and made that the top of the planter. So it's just those little details. But isn't that pretty? I think it turned out really cute, really nice. That's one of the cards. Another card, this is another alternative I did. Again, I used some of the tissue paper. I stamped on the background of the card and just used the smaller of the gold die cut and added the butterflies. But they're very pretty, I think. You know, they're kind of similar, but they're totally different. This one, now this is, like I said, I took apart and tore apart one of the treat bags, and this is what they look like. And so I dissected this, and I actually dissected 2 of the treat bags, but I'm still using one of the bags. So I only actually I have 7 treat bags instead of 8. So, but I'll show you what I did. So this is the longer strips here. You know, this is supposed to be the bottom of the treat bag. And so I took those and I put them back to back, and it did this little shape. And then I took a scrap of one of the cards and I put that across just because I thought it looked a little, I just wanted some layers, right? And I think that was a nice break of this, this tan color here. And then I just decorated the top. So that was another alternative. This is also part of the bag that I tore apart. So I used another piece of the card. So I took one of these cards as well. Let me see. I haven't shown you those yet. So I dissected one of the actual cards and made some stuff out of that too. So, but I did still end up with 8 cards because I made a base out of the cardstock. So I'll show you that too. But this is just taking the top of the treat box, and I just cut that straight across, and that became the part of this card. Again though, very pretty, very nice, I think. I love these colors too, they're just gorgeous. Here is another one that I created using part of the bag that I cut apart. And then I took and used a little strip of the cardstock and I just cut it to be like a little, oh, what do you call these, arrows? Tags. But just to make that uniform. I think that turned out really pretty. And this one I took and I tore apart my second bag and I made a fun fold. So I attached this to the back of the card, and then I made the base out of the regular cardstock, and I'm using scraps. So like this was just laying around after I've been cutting other pieces for the other things I've done in this set. So I just stamped on it and decided to use it in this card. And then it opens up like that. And so this is another scrap from cutting apart one of the bags. So I just take and I just dissect and I just recreate. But I think that turns out really pretty. So it says, "For you, with love and gratitude, thank you." And I just stamped in the back to get a little something something. So that is one of my cards. And then this one I created. So the thing about this one, this is part of one of the envelopes. So what I did was I tore apart one of the envelopes, and made it so that this was the outside of the envelope instead of like you normally would see. They're like this, right? So what I did after I tore it apart, it would look like this. So this would normally be, whoops, your envelope. And so then you take it and I just tore it apart and I cut this part off because this is, the glue. So that, because it is glue, I used it right here. And I just used a piece of cardstock on top. And then I decorated. This is using the background of what's left of the dies, like right here. I just took and cut that out and used it and added some of the little butterflies. On this part, because I obviously didn't want, this to show because it would, it's the glue. I don't know if you can see it or well, but I just added cardstock to that and cut this straight across. And so now you have that. And so then let me show you what I did with some of the boxes. So this is the second box I tore apart, and I did that because I wanted this flap for that fun fold. So that's what I did. But I can still use this box, and what I'll do is probably put something in a little bag that we have and tie it up, or I could just put tissue paper in it with my little treat. But I'll do that whenever I decide what I'm going to put in it. But didn't that turn out pretty? This is the big chunk that I took out of this corner. So what's under here is all cut apart because it was part of the die. But you don't see that. All you see is the lovely gold. This is the tissue paper, and what I did was I crumpled it and then I inked it with the little ink spot to get those little lines in there. So that was very fun to do. One of the other boxes I did is I cut up, I had a strip of one of the envelopes, and this is an envelope or a card base. This is the card base. You get 8 of those. I cut one of these apart, and so I used it to be in the front of one of the boxes, and then I had this little sliver, and I thought it was a good accent. This is the gold die, like this, but it's just turned around, so it's white. And so yeah, so that is cool. This was the other card. This is still the same card base that I cut apart. Like here, this used to be this, and I took it and I cut it into strips. And then I just layered them. And the way that I tried to make sure that they were in there, evenly, is I took a piece of paper a strip, and I laid this down and then taped it down so that it didn't move, and then I just built my little tower of these little strips. So that's one way to make sure you aren't doing it crooked, but you can also eyeball it too. But that was one of my designs. Here's another, and this is, I was using the tissue paper again that was in the kit. I put it behind a little bit of this, and I put it behind my little banner. This one, I used the pumpkins, and I just cut apart one of the larger sprigs and had them so that I could make them go both different directions. So use your imagination. You can do a lot with all these. Let's see. I think that's all of them that I shared. So because I used all, I'm going to use this envelope. So I ruined it, right? So because I also made another card, this card using regular cardstock, I need another envelope. So before I cut apart this one, I made a template so that I can recreate another envelope when I do want to use that. And I can just use some designer series paper to do that. And find something coordinating with it. This and that's the thing I love about Stampin' Up. Everything's coordinated, so I'll be able to find some paper. I know that. So what I was gonna do, one thing that I was kind of confused about in the instructions, they showed this flap being on the opposite side. And so I thought I would just show you because it was baffling me. But maybe that wouldn't be the case for you. But see, mine was on this side. This is how they came to me. And then in the paper, it's on the other side. Does that make sense? So what I had to do was do it this way. And then it made sense for me to glue down the tags the same way. And after putting a bunch of them together, I realized it doesn't really matter that much, but I just thought I'd share that because it did kind of stump me a little bit. So I'm just going to make this last one here. So this is tear and tape. So I'm going to fold this up this way, and I'm going to put some tape at the bottom of each of these tabs. So this kit is super easy, super fun, and it's just yummy. I love the colors. I love the pumpkin. When Shelli was designing this, she wanted to have pumpkins in it because of the Thanksgiving and being thankful and grateful, and that kind of is related to that pumpkin. So so this is going to go like this, right? And this is going to go over here. So this is the one I want to design on. So what I'm going to do is, this is 3 and I think it's 3 3.5. So I'm going to cut this to be 3 1/4 so that I have a little bit of room. So first off, I'm going to cut off the tab. Okay. So I now have a little piece that I can use in something new. And if I did the same thing before, I would just cut right straight across so that this glued area would be cut off. But so that's one scrap. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to cut off this part. It doesn't have to be, totally perfect because I'm going to cut it down again anyway. I don't know why my blade's so fuzzy here. It's breaking down. All right. So I'm going to measure this to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So there's another little scrap. I'm going to keep it. And then here's 3 1/4. All right. So now I have that cut. So I think this is because I'm going to put this on the front of my bag, right? And so this is an old trick. I don't know if they sell these anymore. I've had this thing for years, but it's a little styrofoam square cube, and it's got sandpaper, very fine sandpaper on it. And I keep it because sometimes when I cut things, I don't like all the little frayed edges and stuff. And, I just like it looking a little more crisp. So that's just a little trick I do. All right, so we know this is going to come down. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this. Okay. So I think I'll go about there. All right. Alrighty, so I'm going to let's see. So I'm going to even it up a little bit on the edges here. All right. And I think what I'm going to do then, so I think what I'll do, oh shoot. I was going to put tissue paper. I forgot. Let's see. How can I add this tissue paper? The reason I was going to add that is because I think it kind of, makes it so it's a little softer. There's a lot going on with this background, so I was going to kind of just, I think, don't you think that'd be nice? Let me see. See, it just looks like a little too much, I think. So, okay. Well, let's see. How can I do this? Oh, I'm so bummed. I could do this. And maybe go like that. What do you think? And then I can glue down the paper. Underneath. All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Predicaments. All right. I'm just going to try something here. There's no mistakes, right? We will just try to see what comes up here. I'm going to okay. All right, so maybe what might work is I'm going to put a glue dot in the corners here. And hopefully it won't look too bad. Alrighty. Woohoo! Not bad, guys. Woo! Saved. Saved. Alrighty. So I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to lay this flat down. I think maybe I'll pop this one. So for this, I think what I'll use is some liquid glue. And you don't want to put tons on, of course. And you also don't want to go farther down than, you know, where you're going to have it on here. So I think we're good. All right. Nice. And then I think I will pop this up on dimensionals. Now, they did give you enough dimensionals for the kit, but of course, because I made a lot of extra things, I ran out of them. Let me see, where's this gonna lay here? I think we'll go like that. So I've got one here, one here. I think I'll do one like right about here. Cool. So it's Wednesday, over the hump day. Everybody got any special plans this weekend? Uh-oh, my dog's going crazy for something. Perfect. All right. And so then I think I'm just going to make it simple and put the thank you here and call it a day, huh? I never know if Leo's going to be quiet or not when I'm doing a video. At least he's not inside the room here, you know, barking away, but he's got a bark. He's a barker. Anybody else have a barker? Let's see here. I'm going to stick this right about here, I think. Awesome. All right, let's put this together then. And so what I was doing was just folding them all inside. Okay, and then bringing them back out. I could burnish those score lines too as well with my bone folder to make them a little more crisp. All right, so you put this, make it square. All right. And now I'll take my bone folder and I'm just going to go inside and make sure I apply some pressure so that the glue stays there. Oh, let's see. So what do you think? That is the last box I'm creating. Had a boo-boo there for a little bit. I was kind of worried. Whew. So with this also came the journal, and it is called the Thoughts of Thanks Journal, and it coordinates lovely with this kit. And the thing that's very cool about it is it comes with a couple of pages of some stickers that are die cuts. And the idea was that you could decorate the front of your journal with those and anything else. You could also take and use, you know, the leftover bits of things from the kit, you know, on there and decorate too. So that's kind of cool. Or use them inside. So the idea is this clip was to, you know, keep your place. And, you know, you could put a ribbon on there or something, you know, whoops, to just keep your place where you're at. So that's kind of a fun touch. But you could also, besides decorating the cover, you could also, if you're going to gift this for someone, you could take and maybe do every 10 pages or something. You could do like a scrapbook and use some of the stickers and some embellishments and put some pictures in here and just make like a 2-page spread as a little scrapbook page, and then the person could journal in between. So that's another idea. So very fun. I love this. I got a couple of them. I didn't want to decorate this because I feel like I want to give them as gifts. Cards that can go with, right? So with that, and if you had a favorite, you know, kind of let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. So if you have any questions or anything or any favorites, let me know. But paper pumpkins, these kits are gorgeous and they're really well thought out. They coordinate a lot of times with things in the catalog, so that's cool. So it gives you chances to use your supplies even farther, right? So with that, I'm going to say goodnight and thank you for watching. And if you're watching the replay, let me know. And everybody have a great rest of your week. All right. Thank you. Take care.